Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping right into practical, powerful strategies for parents supporting kids with ADHD. We'll be looking especially at learning and behavior.
Exactly. And we've pulled together insights from some really solid sources,
Right.
ADHD, the CDC, Kid Stuff Counseling, places like that. The goal, to give you clear, actionable takeaways you can actually use.
Okay, let's get into it. Right at the foundation, there's this thing called parent management training, PMT, or sometimes behavioral parent training, BPT.
Right.
And it's seriously evidence-based. I mean, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the CDC, they recommend it as the first thing to try for kids under 6, often like before even thinking about medication.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And what PMT does, essentially, is focus on shifting parenting behaviors.
Yeah.
It's not about, fixing the child.
Okay.
It's about giving parents the skills, specific skills to help improve their child's self-control, boost self-esteem, and manage those really challenging behaviors, aggression, maybe temper tantrums.
So it teaches things like positive reinforcement structure.
Precisely. Positive reinforcement, consistent discipline that's key, and setting up predictable structures and routines.
That point about changing parent behaviors, not just focusing on the child, feels like a really important shift in thinking. What's the toughest part for parents getting started with that?
Good question. Often I think it's moving from constantly reacting to things, feeling like you're always putting out fires, to being more proactive.
Yeah.
PMT helps parents see how their consistent responses can actually teach the child new ways to cope and behave. It helps build sort of a positive feedback loop instead of a negative one. It takes effort, sure, but it's empowering.
Okay, so that's the foundation. What about day-to-day life? What practical tools can parents use maybe at home or for school stuff?
Well, the sources mention things like visual schedules quite a bit.
Mm.
Colorful whiteboards, maybe just index cards.
How do those help specifically with ADHD?
They essentially help externalize working memory. Kids with ADHD often struggle to hold sequences or tasks in their head, so seeing it visually reduces that mental load. It makes transitions easier, keeps them focused. Timers are another big one.
Ah, timers for work time and breaks.
Exactly. Structure that focused work, but also schedule those breaks. Gives their brain a chance to reset. Even tech can help here sometimes.
Oh, how so?
Mobile apps, for instance. Some can help manage screen time. Others offer quick, engaging brain break activities like Go Noodle. But really, across the board, positive reinforcement keeps coming up.
Catching them being good, right?
Yes, that phrase sums it up well. Notice and praise the good stuff. Use small rewards, maybe tokens, maybe earn screen time. Acknowledge the effort.
And communication. That can be tricky.
Definitely. Simple tips help, like making sure you actually have their attention before you start talking. Keep instructions short, clear.
One thing at a time.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask them to repeat it back.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I just ask you to do? Not in a gotcha way, but just to check understanding. It normalizes what some call communication repair, fixing misunderstandings without blame.
Okay, that makes sense. What about the really tough moments? Meltdowns.
Yeah, those are hard.
Yeah.
Planning ahead can sometimes prevent them, but when they happen, acknowledge the feeling first. Wow, I see you're really upset right now.
Instead of jumping straight to consequences.
Right. Calm acknowledgement. Then maybe try a diffusing technique. Deep breaths like blowing out an imaginary candle. Or a physical outlet if needed, like punching a pillow. Something safe.
And remembering not to punish things that are more about distraction than deliberate defiance. That's a crucial difference.
Huge difference. It's easy to misinterpret sometimes. It really highlights how small shifts in our approach can make a big impact on the whole family.
It really does. And that brings up another point, the parents themselves. It can feel really isolating, parenting a child with ADHD.
Oh, absolutely. The sources talk about needing, quote, a NASA-worthy support system. You can't do it alone. And you don't have to.
Yeah, that support system is so vital. Resources like SHE-ADD or the Attention Deficit Disorder Association, ADDA, school programs too.
Yeah, those groups are invaluable.
It's not just about swapping tips, although that's great. It's the empathy, right? Connecting with other parents who just get it.
Exactly. That shared understanding can be incredibly powerful, knowing you're not the only one facing these challenges.
So summing up, it's a journey.
It is. It's complex, no doubt. But remember, you are definitely not alone. And these strategies we've talked about, they offer a really solid foundation to work from.
Absolutely. Which leaves us with a thought to ponder. How might consistently applying these evidence-based strategies and really leaning into that supportive community not only help manage the challenges, but actually deepen your family's connection and build lasting resilience for everyone? Something to think about. Stay tuned until our next episode here at Lima Clinic's Psychiatry Podcast series. Be well.